Hi everyone, we're going to discuss this clinical UPS 3. For the first question, find the remainder when the polynomial is divided by 2x minus 3. From here, we can either use long division or remainder theorem. So for faster way, we'll use remainder theorem where 2x minus 3 equals to 0. From here, we can get x is equals to 3 over 2 as we substitute it into our polynomial. So the value that we get here will be our remainder. Then we just press for calculator. By using calculator, we can notice that our answer is 0. Next, for this question, the polynomial is divisible by these two. When you say divisible means it will not having any remainder. So if remainder is 0 means that this x minus 6 is one of its factor. So as x plus 2 also one of its factor because divisible. Divisible means divide without any remainder. So remainder equals to 0. So this divisor becomes factor. Using factor theorem, where x equals to 6 means P6 should be equals to 0. We substitute inside. From here we can build out an equation. Then for the second factor where x equals to negative 2, so p negative 2 will be 0. Substitute negative 2 into polynomial. Then we solve for this simultaneous equation. We can notice that we have similar q, so we'll take equation 1 plus equation 2 so that q can be eliminated. Here we get our p negative 7. Then we substitute back into either equations here. So we pick equation 1. So p will be negative 7 and q 0. Next, find the value of AB of this polynomial when x plus 2 is a factor and its remainder is negative 8 when divided by x minus 6. So from here we have factor theorem and remainder theorem. When x plus 2 is a factor, so x equals to negative 2, substitute negative 2, it will not have any remainder. When the divisor is x minus 6, so x will be equals to 6. When we substitute 6 into the polynomial, the remainder is negative 8. So substitute negative 2 into the polynomial. Here will be our first simultaneous equation. Simplify. Solve this simultaneous equation and we can see we have similar b here. So we eliminate b where equation 1 plus equation 2. Then we substitute into either one equation. So we will get a negative 3 and b negative 17. Next, for this polynomial is divided by a divisor 3x plus 1, state the quotient. So when we need quotient means we need long division. Only undergo long division we can find out the quotient or syntactic method. We have to rearrange in orders. So to get negative 3, the coefficient here we need to times negative 1 to get x cubed. So x squared times x to get x cubed. So total negative 3x cubed. And then expand for the value of 1 here. Then we find for balance. 2 minus negative 1, so it becomes 3. Then we continue. So we already have a 3 coefficient here. Then we just only need an x so that we can get x times x to get x squared. Then find the balance. We minus 3 minus 3 is 0. 61 minus 1, 60. And then to get 60, so 3 will go into time with 20. So we will have 60x plus 20. So therefore, the quotient will be 4 on this, which is negative x squared plus x plus 20. Next, given that x plus 1 is a factor for this polynomial, state which of the following statement is true. When x plus 1 is a factor, means x equals to negative 1. We substitute into the polynomial, it will be 0. So for the first statement, when x equals to negative 1, the px will be equals to 0. So this is true. Then to get other factors, we can do long division. To get x cubed, we need x squared. Then we expand. Find the balance, we minus, we get 5x squared. And to get 5x squared, the coefficient here need to time with 5 and x, so that 5x times x, we get 5x squared. Then balance, minus, so minus, negative will become negative 7x. Then lastly, we need a coefficient negative 7, so that time with x, negative 7x minus 7. So this is one of the factor. Automatic, the other factor will be x squared plus 5x minus 7. So polynomial now will be written as x plus 1 times x squared plus 5x minus 7. So in order to find roots, so x equals to negative 1, one of the roots. So for this quadratic, we have to find out what is your x. We can use calculator or we can use formula. So formula will be negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. b squared minus 4ac over 2a, where a is 1. So from here we can identify the answer here. Negative 5 plus minus square root of 53 over 2. So this is correct. Therefore, the correct statements are 1, 2, 3. Next, if the polynomial is divided by x plus 1, the remainder is 10. Find the value of x. So we can use remainder theorem. X plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to negative 1. Substitute into the polynomial here. Remainder is 10, so equals to 10. So simplify the equation here, negative x, and then minus 16 equals to 10. So negative x equals to 26, x equals to negative 26, which is answer B. Next, the best expression in partial fraction for an algebraic fraction is, so look at the fraction here. This is proper fraction. Then we're going to spread according the divisor. So make sure divisor here is completely factorized. So for the quadratic here, we can try factorize, which is 1 and 2 plus. So we have repeating factor. The first partial fraction will be in factor of x plus 1. For repeating, for the second time, it will be x plus 1 squared. And then another factor here will be x plus 2. So when we have linear factor, numerator will be constant. So this one also considered linear factor, which is repeated. So constant is b. Then this is linear factor, numerator will be constant c. So it will be answer of D. Next, which of the following expression represent a proper fraction? Proper fraction means numerator polynomial will be smaller than denominator. So like this, the power of numerator is 1, denominator also 1, so this is improper, where you can see this is linear over linear. So for this is a quadratic, power of 2 over quadratic. So this one also same, this will be improper. And then for this one, this is quadratic. And then you can see square means this will be quadratic, time with another x, it will be cubic. So therefore this is proper. So if this is cubic, then x times x will get quadratic. So cubic bigger than quadratic, this is improper. So for proper, it will be numerator power will be smaller than denominator. Next, we're going to find the product of this multiplication. So we expand 3m. So when you have multiplication m cubed with m squared, power will be add up 5. Then time with this number 3 times 8. Then m4. Continue another term. Negative 2 and 4. Then negative 2m squared with 8m. Then we simplify 3 and 5. So this one will be 22 and 4 minus 16 and 3. Answer is B. Determine the value of tangent 90 minus theta, given that cos theta is 4 over 5. So when you have a trigo angle value Actually, they say angle is acute angle, means it will be in triangle. When this is your theta, means up here will be 90 minus theta. So refer to your theta first. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So therefore opposite here will be, using Pythagoras theorem, it will be 3. So now we want to see is 90 minus theta, and then read for tangent. Tangent, it will be opposite over adjacent. So it will be 4 over 3. And then in acute angle, means in quadrant 1, tangent in quadrant 1, it will be positive. This answer is B. Given that sine x is 3 over 5, so we draw out the triangle. And x and y are located in first quadrant. So first quadrant triangle. This is your x. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So this is 3. This is 5. Means adjacent is 4. Meanwhile, another angle is y. And then cos. Cos means adjacent over hypotenuse. So adjacent is 12. Hypotenuse is 13. So from here, Pythagoras here will give you 5. We need to evaluate cos x plus y. By using compound angle formula, it will be cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. So notice that all these angles are in quadrant 1. First quadrant. So all the trigonometry will be positive. So read out the trigonometry value. Cos x adjacent over hypotenuse. Cos y adjacent over hypotenuse. Positively all this. Then sin x opposite over hypotenuse. And then sin y opposite over hypotenuse. So all these trigonometry positive. Then we simplify to get the value. So answer will be A. Next, given that cos angle equals to negative 3 over 4. First we draw out our triangle so that we can read what is your adjacent, opposite, and hypotenuse. So cos adjacent over hypotenuse 4. So we have to find out this opposite length using Pythagoras theorem. A square plus b square equals to c square. So 3 square plus b square equals to 4 square. So b will be positive negative square root 7 because this is length. So b will be in scalar, which is positive 7. So notice that this cos is in negative, means it will be 4 on quadrant ASTC. So when cos is in negative, so it might be in quadrant 2 and quadrant 3. Then given here tangent less than 0 means tangent is negative. In the case of tangent data is negative, means it will be 4 on quadrant 2 or quadrant 4. So with this kind of situation, it might be quadrant 2, quadrant 3 for this angle, quadrant 2 or quadrant 4. So finally we can conclude out this angle, this data is in quadrant 2 only. So this is a common quadrant that we can see here. So when we know that this angle is in quadrant 2, then we're going to find for sine 2 theta. By using double angle formula, it will be 2 sine theta cos theta. So 2 for sine theta cos theta. So sine, we are going to read opposite over hypotenuse 4. Then sine in quadrant 2, it will be positive value. Then cos theta will be equals to 3 over 4 adjacent over hypotenuse. Since it is quadrant 2, so it will be negative. Then we simplify this using calculator. So you will get negative 3/7 over 8. Answer is D. Next, we're going to verify the identity of cosecant 2 theta minus cotangent 2 theta. So in other words, we're going to simplify this. Cosecant 2 theta, it will be equals to 1 over sine 2 theta minus cotangent. So cotangent 2 theta, it will be equals to cos 2 theta over sine 2 theta. So notice that actually this fraction having same denominator. So in other words, it will be 1 minus cos 2 theta. We try to simplify the trigonometry here. So sine 2 theta, it will be equal to 2 sine theta cos theta. And then 1 minus cos 2 theta, we have three formula here. One is cos square theta minus sine square theta. Another one, 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Another one, 2 cos square theta minus 1. So we can see we have 1 here. We try to simplify. You can see your answer is without 1. We try to choose this. So 1 minus 2 sine square theta, where 1 minus 1, we will simplify, and then negative negative become positive 2 sine square theta over 2 sine theta cos theta, 2 over 2 cancel, sine square over sine, so lastly only sine theta over cos theta, which is equals to tangent theta. Given that sine 36 is y, so 36 sine, how do we read here? If this angle is 36, this is right angle triangle. So the opposite angle here will be 90 minus 36, which is 54. So where sine is stand for opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is y, hypotenuse is 1. Therefore, we have to find out what is our adjacent using Pythagoras theorem. So y square plus b square equals to 1 square. B square equals to 1 minus y square. So b will be square root of 1 minus y square. Then we have to find out what is our second square for 55 degree. So second square is 1 over cos square for 54. So what is your cos 54? Cos 54 will be adjacent over hypotenuse. So y over 1 square. So in other words, here will be 1 over y square. So answer will be A. Next, simplify cos 9x minus cos 11x as a product of two trigonometry ratio. Means we need to use our factor formula. So cos p minus cos q, it will be equal to negative 2 sine p plus q over 2 sine p minus q over 2. So p plus q over 2, p minus q over 2. Simplify this angle, it will be 20x over 2 10x. Simplify this angle, it will be giving us negative angle, which is negative x. And then we can simplify some more. Sine negative angle, using formula of negative angle, sine negative angle will be equal to negative sine angle. So negative negative will become positive 2. So finally our answer will be D. So given that 13 sine x plus 84 cos x equals to 85 sine x plus 81.2. So the equation is minus 5 equals to 25 can be expressed on this form of sine equals to p. Determine the value of p. So firstly, 13 sine x plus 84 cos x minus 5 equals to 25. So we simplify 3 sine x plus 84 cos x. Actually, move your 5 to the right hand side. It will be 30. This 13 sine x plus 84 cos x can be expressed by sine theta plus alpha, so equals to 85 sine x plus 81.2 theta equals to 30. So simplify into sine as a subject. So when we sine as a subject means 85 is moving to the right hand side. Then we simplify this. We'll get 6 over 17. Next, solve the equation for the data in between 0 and 2 pi. So we try to simplify the equation first. Try to rearrange it into the trigo angle value. So this is 3 tangent theta span plus 9. Collect back our tangent term. So we get 1 tangent theta. So we have trigo angle. What's your value? 9, we move it to the right hand side. We get it negative 1. So for the first step is a range. The angle is between 0 and 2 pi. Then second step is about quadrant. Tangent negative will be 4 on quadrant 2 and quadrant 4. Then step number 3, we find out basic angle. So basic angle, we will move tangent to the value without negative. So this negative is for us to read quadrant, so we just want the value. So when you have shift tangent 1, so bear in mind this is in radian. You can see our data in pi form. So the calculator would have to set into radian. Then only you can get your basic angle in radian. So which is 1 over 4 pi. So here basic angle 1 over 4 pi and 1 over 4 pi. So lastly, we will do rotation. So we will rotate start from 0. First quadrant we don't have answer. Second quadrant yes, which is pi minus 1 over 4 pi. And then third quadrant we don't have. Then fourth quadrant is 2 pi minus 1 over 4 pi. So simplify this. This is 3 over 4 pi. This is 7 over 4 pi. So our answer will be C. Then for this question, find the minimum value for this 1 plus 2 cos theta plus 4. So as we know, cos theta maximum value is equals to 1. Minimum value is equals to negative 1. So this is only for cos theta. So when you see our function is inverse, means it will become 1 over cos. Maximum will become minimum, minimum will become maximum. Let's say for example, a value. If your maximum value is 5, minimum value is 2, when you inverse it, 1 over 5 and 1 over 2, you can notice that actually the portion of 1 over 2 is bigger than 1 over 5. So that's why when we have inverse function, so the maximum value become minimum value. The minimum value become maximum value. So for this question, we're going to find for minimum value 1 over 2. So we are going to take maximum, which is 1. So which is 1 over 6.